Our next craft is a plaster of Paris handprint that's going to be hung on the wall for Dad. Now, first thing you need is a Chinette small paper plate, plaster of Paris, water, and an empty container to mix it in. Now, it's 2 parts plaster of Paris to 1 part water. So I have a cup of plaster of Paris I'm adding to this container. Now I'm going to put 1 cup, we have 1 cup here, we have half a cup here. This is cold water that I'm going to add to it and then mix. It takes 6 to 10 minutes for it to set according to the directions. So it's kind of like a cake batter. Keep mixing. See how it looks? Try and get it nice and smooth. I feel it getting thicker already. And once it's thick enough, we're going to pour it into this. I think I'll add a couple extra spoonfuls of this. And we'll see what happens. If it gets thicker. Oh yes, it's getting thicker faster. So you need 1 cup and 2 spoonfuls of plaster of Paris. Oh yes, it's getting nice and thick now. Okay, but we want to get the lumps out. We want it to be smooth. And then once we poured it into our mold, which is a paper plate, it will set. Then when we take it out of the paper plate, your child can put their handprint on the front of it by putting their hand in paint and then putting it on the front of the plaster. Oh, it's just perfect now. Super. Nice and smooth. Here's a handprint that I cut out, and we'll take the handprint, and once you get your form, then you put the handprint on the front of the plaster after this is off, of course. Okay, let's pour it in. We'll see. Okay, there aren't any lumps. We've got them all, I hope. Pouring this in like this. Some of you may want to do this outside. I did it inside. But if you have a lot doing it, you may want to do it as an outside activity. Oh, perfect. All right. Now, once this sets, then it's the other side that we're going to be using. Put it back on this so it doesn't fly everywhere. Okay. If you want to do this, you can, but you can also buy at the store. It's a sticky hanger for hanging pictures, and you just stick it on the back, or you can take a paper clip and make it like this. Just open it out. Open it out like that. And this can be your hanger part for the wall. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to set that in the plaster like that, so it'll have a hook on it when it's set. Now, I think I'm going to use this for the back, but it depends on how it turns out. We'll have to wait and see, and I'll get back to you as soon as it's dry. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, me again. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. Yesterday I left you with the plaster of Paris poured into a paper plate, a smooth paper plate, and we let it set. Okay. About an hour later, I took this plaque out of the paper plate. Now, when you take your plaque out of your paper plate, don't be concerned if pieces of the paper stick to it. All you have to do is take paper towel that's wet and gently do this, and all of the paper will come off your plaque. Okay, the next thing I did was I had my little wreath put her handprint on the plaque, and I traced it carefully with a pencil. Now the reason I did this was she's only 4 months old, and I didn't want her getting this all over her hand because she puts her hands in her mouth. So I traced her hand. But if you have a preschool child or even a kindergarten, JKSK, grade 1, their handprint is the perfect size for this paper.